Sorry y'all for the ratchetness, y'all. I still ain't did my hair. But hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we're here for another video. This video is the hardest video that's gonna be in the series. It's something I'm already getting emotional because this is something that I don't talk about. This is something that very few people know about me. It's also hard for me to talk about it because of the person that it involves and the relationship that it involves. But that is the next part in my story. So initially I talked about how I was, my first sexual assault encounter was with my cousin. And then I had to give y'all a background of that, the fact that me and my dad wasn't living with me at the time of this incident that I'm about to discuss, and my mom was going through depression at that time, meaning this the point when she was always in her room. We only seen her when it was time to go to school, time to come, and the little moments when we came back home. I don't know why I can't talk. The little moments before we came home, after we came home, she'll go into her room. In the summertime, we was at home by ourselves while my mom went to work. Okay, now we was of age, so let me just say that. But when I say we, I'm referring to me and my brother. So please bear with me in this video. This is going to be really hard to talk about. Now at this point, my brother was in junior high and I was still in elementary school. And he used to get off his junior high bus right in front of my elementary school, and then we'll walk home. And so that was something that we did all the time. And things started to get a little weird. I guess he started going through puberty, and y'all know how this shit go. So we used to walk home from school. My mom was not there, and this was multiple occurrences, y'all. This was multiple occurrences. So he used to always say, let's play a game. And then I forgot what the game was in particular that he wanted. I forgot what he called the game. But basically the game was not a game. The game was him raping me. And like I said, it happened to me the first time. I really didn't know. I didn't even know what sex was. But when it happened to me this time, because I was still in elementary school, y'all. I knew it wasn't right. I knew what he was doing was not right. But like, I felt like my dad wasn't in the house. My mom was never around, and my mom didn't defend me really like how I wanted her to the first time that it happened. It took for it to happen to somebody else for people to really just take it serious. And then so I just didn't feel comfortable telling her, because me and her we never had a good relationship, and my mom type person, just not believe me and say that I'm lying. So I'm gonna tell y'all when I told her to. So he used to do that every day, and I can't even tell y'all how long, like how many times, but it was a regular occurrence. And it fucked me up mentally, because can y'all imagine like someone doing it to y'all, and then y'all still living in the same house as them? You gotta see them every day, and then on top of that, it's like I was labeled the bad child because I was outspoken, and he was labeled the good child, the goody two shoes, never do no wrong. But people never knew that he did that shit to me. And I never spoke about it till I got grown. So nobody really knew what was wrong with me because I did develop anger issues. I hated my brother. Like, even my mama said, even prior to that even happening when we was kids, I used to always want to beat my brother, but after that I hated him. Like, I stabbed him before, y'all. Like, the shit was crazy. Like, I was just so fucking angry, and I didn't know where it stemmed from at the time, but as I grew older, I realized where that shit came from. So this is my first time admitting this publicly. But yes, I was raped by my brother multiple fucking times when I was in elementary school. And it really affected me because now that I got a child and I have a little girl, and he wants to have a relationship with her, and I just can't allow it. I cringe when he hold her. Like, y'all, I literally cringe. Like, that shit just, oh my God, that shit really get under my fucking skin. Like, it makes my skin crawl. And no, we do not have no relationship. At first I could keep it, I could be cordial with him, you feel me, because I had to, because we lived together. But like, as I got older, it's like I really don't have no relationship with him. I don't really call him, I don't text him. It just don't even feel right. It doesn't feel like a brother and sister relationship, because you were an abuser for me. And so I'm gonna tell y'all when I told my mom. So I told my mom while I was in college. So my brother was still living with my mom at the time, and I want to say I was already in my own apartment at this point. And because I just had to get out of the house, y'all, it was so much bad shit that happened to me in that house that as soon as I got the opportunity to move out, I did. Because I was like, bro, I just never felt protected. I always felt like that's why I am the way I am. That's why I always stand up for myself and shit like that, because I didn't have nobody to stand up for me at all. Like, I was dealing with that shit on my own. I was fucking a fucking kid, and I was dealing with that shit on my own, and I had to hold that shit in and act like everything was okay. And people used to be like, why you always angry? Why you always got an attitude? Why you always want to fight? And it's because I didn't have nobody to fight for me, so I had to fight for myself. And so I told my mom about the instance, and the first thing that came to her mind was so fucking stupid was, oh, let me go tell him no, because no, he should never did that. You feel what I'm saying? She up in there crying and shit like that, and I'm just like, bro, I'm not telling you this to go tell him what I'm telling you. I never talked to him about that shit. So why, when I'm telling you something that's vulnerable that I don't talk about, why is that the first thing that come in your mind to go tell my abuser what I said? Like, and I had to tell her, like, bro, don't do that. Like, and not to mention, I was talking to her in the kitchen. His room was 2 rooms away. So I don't know if he heard me talking to her or not, but I didn't give a fuck at that time. But I'm just like, bro, like, this shit is hard for me to even say right now. Like, this probably the only story that I'm really gonna cry to y'all, like, because this is something that I haven't healed from. And then what really made it worse with me is that I had told my mom, I said, I'm finna go on a healing journey, and I'm finna tell about all my trauma that I've been through, and I'm just letting you know that I'm finna do this. And I think she gave my brother a heads up, because he sent me a text message, and I'm gonna read it to y'all, and I did not text him back. And I'm gonna tell y'all how my mama tried to bring that shit up to me too. So he texted me. He said, good morning, sis. I had this on my mind for a while, and I needed to express this to you. As you know, our childhood was not the best. We had very little guidance and understanding of the things necessary to live and grow healthily. We basically raised ourselves, so there were things that were done or said that could have lingering effects into adulthood. Now we are parents, and it is our responsibility to ensure that our children do not have the same upbringing that we had, but it can be difficult considering that we are still figuring everything out primarily on our own. So I just wanted to apologize for anything that I said or done to you that has impacted or not impacted your life up to this point. I miss you, I love you, and I will always be here for you. Hope all is well with you and your family. The reason why I ain't text him back is because that is complete bullshit. Complete and utter bullshit. Because if you want to apologize, it's the what I may or may not have done for me. It's like, if you're going to send me a long paragraph about our upbringing and shit that we've been through and shit that you done put me through, say what it is. Say what it is so I can at least know that, hey, you apologizing to me for doing this to me. But no, you saying what you may or may have not have done. Like, that's not no fucking apology to me. It's not. That's not an apology, and I'm not taking that shit. And I did not respond to that because I'm just like, bro, like, it really made me even madder because it's like, you could have kept that shit. You really could have kept that shit if you wasn't ready to talk about it head on directly and apologize to me head on directly. What was your point of even texting me and telling me that? And so another reason why I got mad behind that message is because I feel like my mom went and told him about what I was doing and was basically like, because I told her I was going to talk about this story. And she was like, you ain't going to give him no heads up? No, what the fuck I'm giving him a heads up for? When I'm talking about shit that I've been through, shit that has happened to me, I am the victim. Well, what I'm giving you, why would I give my abuse? Like, hey, just to let you know, I'm gonna tell people how you rape me. Like, how does that even sound? I don't even talk to you on a regular, so why would I just hit you up and tell you that? You feel what I'm saying? And like, I'm not, like, y'all, I really feel so cringy because it's like, I don't want no bad blood with my brother, but I don't want to expose too much. I don't want no bad blood with my brother, but I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for my healing. I'm not thinking about how y'all feel because y'all did not think about how I felt when I went through shit. You feel what I'm saying? And so I can't do that. I have to move on. This is my way of moving on and moving past it. This is my way of doing it. This is the way that God called me to do it because there's so many people out here that have been through, who have been through the same thing or worse things as me. And they need to know that it is okay that you've been through that. It's not okay that it happened to you. It is okay that you've been through it. And this is how we gonna get through it. That's my whole goal and my whole purpose is to heal. We promote healing. I'm telling y'all these stories just so I just need y'all to know everything about me. And then I'll be able to tell y'all how I heal from it. But yeah, I made it through it. This was the hardest video, y'all. This was the hardest video that I had to do, and I'm very proud of myself for even being able to tell it, to just being able to even tell the fucking story, because people real close to me know this story, but not a lot of people don't. So whew, thank you guys for rocking with me. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been sharing my content and reposting. I really appreciate it. If you didn't know, if you do share my content and tag me on Instagram and TikTok, what I'll do is give you a shout out. So let me go ahead and get my shout outs. Shout out to 901 Bambi for sharing. I really appreciate you. Shout out to Zakaria Johnson for sharing. I appreciate you, girl. And then shout out to Miss Treasure for also reposting my content. I do want to let y'all know, if y'all going based on my views now, to decide if you want to support and share, I would highly encourage you not to do that, because shit finna get lit real soon. These 100 views or 70 views or whatever, they can turn into 100K views real quick, and your name will be heard in the video. How cool is that? So yeah, please y'all reshare. I really appreciate it. Send some encouraging words, comment, like, share, all of that, and tell me what you think. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace and love. Bye.